Thanks to the support as a channel member, Jack S. Oh, I know I've said it a few times now that it's must win, must win, must win. Bottom line, we're 11 games away from the end of the season. We're 5 points behind even the relegation playoff game. Things are looking pretty grim. We need to win some football matches. And I've just realised it's not 11 games to go. It's actually 9. Kev Maths at its finest. Things are even more desperate. Hello and welcome to part 48 of the Tour de France. I'm Kev, and the first thing you'll probably notice is it's actually 7 games until the end of the season. I really am ballsing up the Kev Maths today. That makes things even worse. Since you were last with me, we've lost 3 games in a row, including getting absolutely thumped by Paris Saint Germain in the semi-final of the Cup. Doesn't necessarily tell the entire story of that game. It was much closer than that scoreline indicates. We went 1-0 down just before half-time, equalised on just after the hour, and at that point PSG seemed to wake up and just decide to systematically disassemble us, and we've been a little bit shell-shocked since then, and I think it probably is all over at this point. You're just watching the dying throes of this football team as we get ready to do it all again next year and try and come back up again. The league table looks pretty miserable, 5 points behind the Havre. Worse goal difference than them, worse head-to-head than them. The one saving grace is if we manage to catch them, we also pretty much catch Reims above them. And there's still a chance. I mean, if we win both games today, we could potentially be 15th place with 5 games to go, and then we're laughing. But Montpellier and Lorient are 13th and 12th. Oh, my word. It's got to be now. How many times have I said it? It has got to be now. We need to win some football matches. This is the team we're putting out there to try and do exactly that. We've got Diaz in goal, back for Vita, Deleste, Matsima, and Big Willie. Renault at the base of the midfield with Vaquero and Fowry in front of him, then Lemina and Nguema supporting Double Steve up front. We've just got to win some football matches, boys. We have blown so many opportunities this season because I genuinely don't think we're as bad as that league table indicates. I don't think we're the worst team in the division. Even with these recent defeats that we've been suffering, the most recent of them, we won the game on XG. We're great at XG. I think what we're missing, and it's been quite a recurring story throughout the save, we're missing a prolific goal scorer. And Lemina definitely isn't ever going to be that. Goodness me, what a terrible attempt at a finish from him. He doesn't care. He knows he's playing in this league next year. Anyway, potentially playing in the Champions League next year with his move to Brest going through in the summer. But yeah, we just, I don't know, we create a lot of chances but don't score nearly enough goals. Even today, we're ahead for XG. You saw the big chance that Lemina had and he absolutely bottled it. Le Havre are losing. Lille are out of trouble. They've charged up the league table since we last had a look at them. But we're not winning. We're going attacking. Who cares? What have we got to lose at this point? We're already rock bottom of the league. We're not going to draw our way to safety from here. We've got to win some football matches. So let's just go a little bit more attacking. I'm tempted to bring out the 4-2-4 again. Go down swinging, doing what got us here. But I keep getting, the positioning of the goalkeeper is horrific again. I keep getting hung up on the fact that we are playing good football. I'm looking at the XGs. I'm looking at the match stats, knowing that we don't. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to pull out the XG table after this just to see if I am insane or if we are being hard done by. Then I'll know. I'll know what to do for the next match. If we're still in the relegation zone on the XG table, then I might reluctantly accept that we need to make some changes. But what I see in the match engine is us play well and then get robbed, and we've now given away a penalty, and it's just, we are utterly powerless to stop what is happening to us this season. Ultimately, our wage bill is so much lower than everybody else's. We just don't have the players. We don't have the strength in depth. It's we knew it was going to be tough this season. I didn't know it was going to be this tough. I don't remember the last time I was relegated in Football Manager. This is a tough job, especially because we're doing the whole French only thing. So when we do occasionally find a player who looks great, we had a really exciting looking Serbian player come up on the scout report, I think in January, and we just can't sign him. Where previously, maybe when I was at Bourne a year or two back, maybe he was our Cerner Jackie and we brought in that first year from an obscure league. That's off the table. And with that off the table, it's like I've had my powers taken away from me. That's what makes me good at Football Manager, my transfers. And I am struggling a little bit with this whole building slowly from our own youth setup and all that nonsense. I guess the one positive, and it is pathetic taking this as a positive out of this match. I've already accepted we're not going to win it. I've played enough games now to know when it's not going to go our way, and it's definitely not going to go our way today. We may as well stick another striker on for the last couple of minutes, but let's stick them that way around. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the one saving grace is everyone around us has also lost today. So we went in 5 points from safety. We go into the next match 5 points from safety as well, but knowing we've got to make up 5 points in just 6 matches remaining is a tall order. Oh my word. Come on, lads. We're on attack. We've got 2 strikers up front again. Barcola and Tutu are back together. It's like the old days. These two got like 50 goals between them last season. Please, neither of them have scored at all this season. It's such a massive step up from the second tier to the top tier here in France to have a 50-goal strike partnership, get promoted and score 0 goals between them for an entire season. I've never known anything like it. I mean, we've been comfortably beaten today by a team just a few places above us in the league. If that doesn't hammer home the fact we're getting relegated, I don't know what does. We're going to go and look at the XG table, but having just experienced that, I suspect it's not going to be particularly nice viewing for me. I don't think I'm going to get the answers that I was looking for. The entire team's demotivated as well. We need to go and knock a few goals past some local 9-year-olds. We might try and set up a cheeky little fitness friendly before the next match to try and salvage some kind of morale and turn this horrible form around. That thumping by Paris Saint Germain has it knocked the stuffing out of us. I don't think we were mentally prepared to be able to take a 5-goal drubbing, albeit against Paris Saint Germain, and it's finished us off. We are done. Right. I can't remember how you get to the XG table. It's on here, isn't it? And then you go XG table. This is all Dr. Ben's fault from the network game, constantly showing me this. Oh my God. Okay, now, that hasn't made me feel any better. We are 15. Is that 15? We are 17 points behind where our XG should put us. 15 goals below our XG and 8 goals over our expected goals conceded. On XG alone, we should be 10th in the league. 11 points from relegation. I knew I felt hard done by this season, but oh my word. And what do we do with that information? Because that tells me we are playing well. We're playing well, but we've just not got a finisher. We've not got Double Steve should have 15 more goals than he's got. It's not all on him, but we've been playing a 1-striker system all season, and that 1 striker, it shows there he's got 17 goals, but it's just, in the league, it's 10. He should be a 20. Maybe it's a bit harsh expecting him to have 25 goals. 10 goals for a team that's going to get relegated isn't too bad at all. I think we probably have to look at the likes of Lemina with that massive miss, Tutu and Barcola we talked about. Even Nguema probably should be weighing in with more goals than he is. Just the 5 for him this season, playing as part of the front 3. But that XG table has made me feel a little bit ill. What on earth do I do? Right, we've got a 2-week break here before the next game. We get some fitness friendlies in. We're gonna do 2. We want 2 opportunities to rattle some goals past some locals. We want to get some kind of morale back because we are broken. Get some football matches played, We'll do the other one there so we can then have a week's rest still before that Lorient game, which becomes so important. This presumably is an international break, but we've got to get the club atmosphere up. We've got to get morale up a little bit. We need a couple of big wins before the next match. Oh, we have done every trick in the book to try and turn morale around, and we are getting somewhere. As you can see, we've got the club atmosphere up to good. The players that were moaning about the club atmosphere have stopped moaning. We've won a couple of friendlies, big results in there. We've got team bonding going on in our training. We've got match reviews going on in our training. We've got community outreach. We've been praising conduct. We have dragged morale up, kicking and screaming. And now we must win a football match. It just comes back to that again. Lorient are in 12th place in the league. We are at home. We're 5 points clear. We're 5 points behind even the relegation playoff game. I've just noticed that Le Havre have got the top scorer in the entire division playing for them. Oh, that feels like... Imagine if we'd have got him. I mean, we didn't. I mean, I say we didn't have £1 million to spend. We did. And he was a player out of our league from last year. We could have bought him. Why didn't we know he existed? What a difference those goals would be making. If we had him playing for us, bear in mind what we've just seen on the XG, we'd be mid-table. Oh, I am fuming. So this is our team. I think it's the same team that played the last game. Obviously, we've played a couple more friendly matches since then. Oh, there you go. It's actually 3 changes from the last match. Actually, that's 3 changes from the last friendly. So I really have no idea if it's the same team as played in the match we've just seen in the video. All we need to do is win the football match. It is that simple. I have won football matches before. I would like to win a football match today. Please, Sports Interactive, Football Manager, FM Gods, whoever I have to ask, whoever I have to beg to, pray to, whatever is needed, please let us win this football match. Vaquero is in, but I think it's being disallowed. The referee's got his finger in his ear. Come on, ref. We need this more than you need to stick your finger inside your skull. Come on, it's 1-0 to Tor. Vaquero justifying what will soon be a club record signing when it goes through in the summer at £2.2 million to put us 1-0 up. And now the cross comes in looking for Vaquero again from the corner, but unfortunately can't get there. Fowry picking up the scraps. Fowry's a tricky one, by the way. He's just finished 16th on the next gen list. His contract is up in 2 years' time. I want to give him a new one, but he insists on having a relegation release clause at 14 million put on his contract. His transfer value range in game at the moment, we've scored again. Come on. Fowry's transfer range is 22 to 30 million. So when it looks like we're certainly getting relegated, it seems mad to give him a contract with a relegation release clause at half his value. We're just kind of gambling on the fact that if we go down, we're able to get closer to the 30 million for him, even though he'll only have 2 years left in his contract at that point. Of course, if we stay up, we immediately slap that new contract on him and just gamble on ourselves not getting relegated and tie him down longer term. By delaying it for a guy who's 16th on the next gen list, obviously we risk him not signing a contract at all if he decides by the summer that he's too big for us. So it is a little bit of a risk, but ultimately I think if he decides to leave, we sell him this summer regardless and just cash in the way we did with Nguema. Right, Renault to Fowry. We're 2-0 up at a football match here, boys and girls. Morale manager strikes again. Fowry to Renault. And now Vaquero. Come on, let's have a third goal. And Nguema back to Renault again. And now Fowry to Cisse. We're knocking the ball around beautifully. Fowry is in again here. Plays it across to Double Steve, who, as is his usual thing, hits the frame of the goal rather than scoring an actual goal. But we've got a corner off of it. So it actually must have been a save. Lemina, Vaquero is there. Fowry is there to follow up. And we are 3-0 up. And I think with 35 minutes to go in this match, it is safe to say we're going to win this one. Not only are we going to win, this is our biggest win of the entire season. And look at what it does to the relegation mix as things stand. Deleste is in. I thought Deleste was going to make it 4. Save some goals for the next match. We've still got more matches to win. But as it stands at the moment, Le Havre are losing at home to Lille. Clermont, we don't care about. They're below us now. They're losing at home to Reims. God, that's big. I kind of actually want Clermont to grab an equaliser there to keep Reims in the mix. But we're 2 points behind Le Havre with 5 games to go. Level on goals with them as well. I mean, I know I don't have a great record in playoffs, so the playoffs certainly is by no means safety. But goodness me, is it a lot safer than automatic relegation if we can find a way to drag ourselves towards it. What we need is Lille to grab another one. We need them to hold on there and drag Le Havre back into the mix. And if Clermont could grab a goal as well, then all the better. Right, let's get some tired legs off. 2-2 can come on. Fowry probably needs to come off as well, so we can shuffle these boys all around. And then for my final trick, we've got Barcola. He can come on that left-hand side for Lemina. Wouldn't it be nice if Barcola and or Tutu could grab a goal and just remind us that they can still do it? Fowry is just playing like a man possessed. We've made it 4. He is getting better and better playing in this more advanced Mazzala role that we've shifted him into recently. My concern now is, like I was saying before, that he ends up getting better and better to such a degree that we've missed our opportunity to give him that new contract. He scores the goals to keep us in the league, but then we have to get rid of him anyway because he decides he doesn't want to sign a new contract. And that would be the most heartbreaking of scenarios. That's not even true. The most heartbreaking is we get relegated. If we stay in the league, I don't mind if it means ultimately we end up losing him. I don't think. Although probably for the long term of the club, it would be better to keep him around. Are we really going to grab a 5th goal here? Seriously, lads, at this point, save some goals for the next game. We are going to need them. Fonseca to Big Willie, and now Fonseca again looking to drill a crossover. Can't do it. We don't need to score again. Save it. Obviously, we will be back in the next episode with probably the final couple of games of the season. It might even end up being more than that if it gets really, really down to the wire. It is going to be, I mean, we've got a backdoor Kev situation emerging here. It is going to be tight. I still think the most likely outcome is that we end up getting relegated. But if we can play the way we've played today 3 more times in the next 5 games, that's probably enough at that point. Give everybody a pat on the head. Have a look at the league table. Have a look at the run-in for both us and the teams above us. We don't care about Clermont. They're below us. They're losers. We care about the teams above us. We're moving upwards. This is 3 wins in a row, if you count those 2 friendlies, which we should have sorted the morale out a little bit sooner. As soon as the players started to get grumpy about it, we should have been leaping on that. Once again, my inexperience in relegation battles has cost me a little bit. But I think we've got it. We've got it fixed. We just need to hope we've fixed it with enough time, because as it stands right now, we're 2 points behind Le Havre with a better goal difference. Clermont are only 1 point behind us. Reims, having beaten Clermont, are a little bit further on. I think catching them is probably unlikely, but if we can find a way to get to that relegation playoff spot, that's what we need to do. So we're unlikely to beat Brest, who are 3rd in the league, but Le Havre play Marseille the same day. They're unlikely to win then. Then they play Clermont. That is a huge game, while we play Saint Etienne, another Champions League hopeful. It could all be over by then. This is problematic. Then, where are they? They're away against Montpellier, which is a big match, while we play Nantes, which is another, that's a big weekend. And then we play Lens, who are there, while, where are they? Can't even see them. They're away against Rennes, who are mid-table. That's another big weekend. And the final day, we're away again. Oh, my word, we're away against Reims on the last day. That could be a playoff to get us out of the playoff if things go our way. And on the same day, Le Havre face Lorient, who are not far above us as well. I wouldn't want to predict one way or the other. We've given ourselves a chance with that win there. Oh, I'm stressed. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.